The sky turned black. The stars above the quiet blue planet blinked slowly like old lights about to go out. Ships moved in silence, too many to count. The alien Armada stretched across the sky like a giant cloud, blocking sunlight in some parts of the world. These were warships, not for peace, not for talks. They had come to take Earth. On the edge of space, Commander Rilo stood inside the lead ship. He watched Earth's surface through a wide window. His face was calm, but deep inside even he could feel a strange weight in his chest. "They have no real defense," he said, almost to himself. A young officer, Kren, nodded. "Our scans show no planetary shields, no large fleet in orbit. Just a few satellites, some small stations. They are not ready." Rilo turned away. "They had time. We gave them warnings. We showed power to scare them. Still, they resisted. Now, they learn." Earth had refused to join the Council. Unlike other planets, humans did not bend easily. They asked too many questions, they built strange machines, and now they were a problem. The plan was simple: land a few ships, shut down all communication, take control of key places, and make humans follow orders. If they fought back, the Armada would show force. But something felt off. As the ships moved closer to Earth, alarms started beeping across the command room. "Sir," Kren called out. "Something's coming out of the dark zone. Fast. We can't identify it." Rilo walked to the screen. A strange shape appeared. One small dot at first, then more. A single ship was moving toward them. No signal. No code. No reply. It didn't match any design they knew. It was big, far bigger than Earth's usual crafts. But it moved like something alive. Fast. Silent. Controlled. "What is that?" Rilo asked, narrowing his eyes. No one answered. Everyone just watched. Then it came closer. The shape was clearer now. The ship was black as night, no markings, no lights. Its front looked like a sharp spear ready to cut the sky. It didn't glow. It didn't hum. It just came. And it stopped. Right in front of the Armada. Not far from the lead ship. Rilo froze. The entire room fell silent. For a moment, the only sound was the soft beep of systems tracking the strange ship. One officer whispered, "It's human." Rilo shook his head. "Impossible. Earth doesn't have anything like this." But they did. The ship turned slowly, revealing its sides. There were weapons, many. Some of them looked like giant cannons. Others they didn't even recognize. One cannon locked onto the lead ship. Red lights lit up on their screens. Warnings. Targeting alerts. The alien fleet had just become the prey. Kren stepped back. "Commander, should we fire?" Rilo didn't answer. He just stared at the ship. Something about it felt different. Not just the size. Not just the weapons. It was the silence. No message. No words. No threats. Just presence. The ship didn't come to talk. It came to stand. The message of silence. The strange ship remained still in the void. The stars behind it seemed to vanish as if the darkness around the ship swallowed everything. No movement, no signal, just silence. On the alien lead ship, Commander Rilo stood frozen, eyes locked on the screen. Around him, officers waited for orders. Tension hung in the air like smoke. "This is a threat," one officer said. "We should fire before they do." Rilo raised a hand. "No, not yet." He didn't say it out loud, but deep inside, he was afraid. The way the ship moved, the way it hovered with purpose, it was not made by a species that feared war. Kren looked at the screens. "It's just one ship, sir, but our scanners can't read inside. No energy signature. No crew data. It's like it hides itself. It wants to be seen," Rilo said quietly. And yet, not understood. Suddenly, a light blinked. Not from their side, from the human ship. It was a single, bright flash. Just once. No pattern, no sound, and then nothing. Everyone stared. "Was that a message?" Kren asked. "I don't know," Rilo replied. Another flash. Then two more. Then silence again. 3 flashes total, but no code. Rilo ordered, "Open a wideband channel. Send a standard council greeting." The message was sent. No answer. Rilo clenched his jaw. "Try a warning message. Tell them to move or be fired upon." Again, silence. The human ship stayed where it was. Still. Silent. Watching. "Sir, the rest of the Armada is asking for orders," Kren said. "They don't know whether to move forward or wait." Rilo looked at the display. Thousands of ships were ready behind them. The plan was in motion, but none of that mattered now. One ship had stopped them all. He turned to his officers. "This is not just a ship, it's a message." "A message?" Kren asked. "Yes," Rilo replied. "It tells us without speaking, Earth is not weak. Earth has hidden strength, and they waited until now to show it." Kren was quiet for a moment, then said, "But sir, it's only one." Rilo nodded slowly. "Yes, but they only needed one." On Earth's orbital station high above Earth, inside a hidden base floating behind the moon, 2 humans watched everything from a dark room filled with screens and blinking lights. One of them, a tall man with a rough voice, leaned forward. "They've stopped." The other, a short woman with sharp eyes, replied, as expected. "They didn't believe we had it. They do now." They both looked at the feed showing the alien Armada, ships so large they looked like floating cities, yet all frozen, not moving, held back by one silent warship. "Should we send a warning?" the man asked. "No," the woman said. "Let them think, let them guess. Fear grows fastest in silence." Back in the alien fleet, Rilo stood in front of his crew. He felt the weight of a decision pressing down on him. If he gave the wrong order, the whole Armada could fall into chaos. If he attacked, that one ship might destroy many. "We came here, thinking humans were simple," he said. "But we missed something." Kren asked, "Should we retreat?" Rilo looked at the black ship once more. It hadn't moved. It hadn't fired. It only existed, and that was enough to stop them all. Wait, Rilo finally said. "No one moves, no one fires, until we understand what we're facing." And so the alien fleet, the greatest in the stars, held its position, not because of an attack, not because of a message, but because of silence. The ship that shouldn't exist. Hours passed, but the alien Armada remained still. From ship to ship, silence spread like a virus. Fear was not spoken aloud, but it was felt. Commander Rilo sat at his desk, staring at a dark screen that showed the Earth warship. Still no signals, still no movement, still no answers. His second officer, Bren, entered the room. "Sir, we ran scans again. That ship isn't using any known energy source. We can't trace its power. No heat, no engine trail. It's quiet. Everything about it is quiet," Rilo said. "Too quiet." Bren nodded. "We found something else. We searched through old council records, deep archives. This ship, it's similar to something from a forgotten report." Rilo looked up. "What report?" "About a secret project. A weapon Earth once planned years ago. Back when they first joined space travel. The project was marked as failed, too dangerous, too advanced. The council told them to shut it down." Rilo's eyes narrowed. "But they didn't." Bren hesitated. "It seems not. Inside the human warship, the inside of the Earth warship was not like other ships. There were no large crews walking around. No noise, no talking. It was quiet. The control room had just 3 people. One of them sat alone in the captain's chair. His name was Dane. He wasn't a general. He wasn't a hero. He was chosen for one reason. He wasn't afraid. Beside him, a soft voice came from the ship's AI. Enemy fleet still holding position. No changes in movement. No new messages received. Dane didn't reply. He stared at the floating hologram of the alien fleet. Thousands of them, all frozen. "They're afraid," he finally said. "Yes," the AI replied. "Our silence increases fear. Shall we send another signal?" "No," Dane said. Not yet. Let them sit in it. Let them wonder. He stood up and walked toward the front window. Outside, the Armada looked like a wave about to crash, but the wave had stopped. On the alien flagship commander, Relo was restless. He stood in the center of the command room, surrounded by his officers. We have waited long enough, he said. This ship, whatever it is, cannot stand against us all. But sir, Kren said, what if that's exactly what it can do? Relo turned to the screen and raised his voice. Contact all ships, prepare weapons. If they will not move, we will remove them. The room went quiet. Suddenly lights flashed. A new signal appeared. Not from the Earth warship, from Earth itself. A simple message, a human voice. Strong. Calm. Your next move will decide your future. Leave now, or face what comes. Nothing more. No name. No explanation. Just that. On Earth's orbital station, the woman with sharp eyes watched the message go out. The tall man beside her laughed softly. That'll shake them, she nodded. It's not the threat that scares them, it's the confidence. They think we're weak, the man said. But that ship was built for one reason. Yes, she said. To remind the galaxy, Earth is not to be touched. Back in the alien fleet, the message played again. Your next move will decide your future, Kren whispered. What do we do? Relo didn't speak. He looked once more at the warship. No lights, no sound, no movement, but behind that stillness and was power. He saw it now. Not in size, not in weapons, in control. Humans didn't fire. They didn't run. They didn't speak first. They waited. That scared him more than anything. We hold position, Relo said finally. No one fires. No one moves. Not yet. And for the first time in years, the Armada obeyed, not from strength, but from fear. A spark in the dark. The stars were calm. The ships were still. But inside the alien Armada, tension was rising. Not all captains agreed with the waiting. Some saw fear in Relo's eyes, and they didn't like it. On one of the smaller attack cruisers, near the front line, a younger commander named Varn paced the floor. This is madness, he growled. One ship makes us freeze, are we that weak? His second-in-command, Jarrow, stayed silent. We came with a fleet strong enough to burn worlds, and now we wait because of a ghost ship? No, I will not be laughed at. Commander Relo said. We must not act, Jarrow said carefully. Varn slammed his hand on the console. Relo has lost his nerve. I will show them what true strength looks like. He pressed a button. The ship's weapons began to glow. Inside the human warship, the ship's AI broke the silence. One alien vessel powering weapons, 4,000 kilometers ahead. Weapons will be ready in 30 seconds. Dane didn't look surprised. Warn them? No time, the AI replied. Understood, Dane said. He didn't even sit down. He didn't panic. Begin defense pattern. The warship moved, not fast, not loud, but smooth, like a shadow shifting in space. Its main cannon lit up just once. A soft hum echoed through the hull, and then, a beam of light, thin and sharp, shot across space. It didn't explode. It didn't roar. It just hit, direct, precise, clean, on the alien cruiser. Varn didn't have time to speak. His ship shuddered. The front half vanished in silence. The back half followed a second later. No fire, no scream, just nothing. On the alien flagship, Kren stared at the screen in horror. They destroyed the cruiser. One shot. Relo stood frozen. It didn't even defend, Kren whispered. It erased. Rilo finally turned. Send a command. Full stop. All ships. No weapons. No motion. Anyone who disobeys will be removed from command. The order went out. Across the Armada, lights dimmed. Weapons powered down. The lesson was clear. Earth's warship did not bluff. In the warship, the cannon powered down. The ship returned to stillness. The black hull seemed to fade once more into the void. Dane finally spoke. Any more threats? None, the AI replied. Entire Armada now inactive. He nodded once. Keep watch. If they try again, we remind them. On Earth's orbital station, the woman with sharp eyes sipped her drink. It only took one shot. The tall man grinned. Do you think they'll run now? No, she said. Not yet. But they're thinking. That's the first step. Should we send another warning? She shook her head. No need. The ship spoke for us. Back in the Armada, Relo sat alone in his quarters. He watched the playback again. One thin beam. One ship gone. No heat. No fire. No fight. Just precision. He realized then, this was not a normal warship. It was not even a weapon. It was a line in the sand. Earth had drawn it. And now, he had to decide. Step over it. Or back away. He didn't know what scared him more. The second warning, the mood in the alien fleet had changed. The silence was no longer full of pride. It was full of fear. The image of the destroyed cruiser echoed through every screen, every mind. On the command deck of the alien flagship, Relo stood before a large group of his highest captains. The room was tense. No one spoke at first. But soon, one of them broke. The quiet. This is shameful, said a tall, gray-skinned commander with sharp eyes. We are the strongest fleet in the galaxy, and we let one ship stop us? Another captain added, if we leave now, every world will see us as cowards. Relo kept his voice calm. If we stay, they may see us as dead. The humans only, fired because Varn attacked, said Kren. We were warned. But the sharp-eyed captain snapped. So now we follow their rules? We answer to Earth? Rilo looked each one of them in the eyes. No, we do not follow Earth. But we are not fools either. That ship is beyond what we understand. If Earth has more like it, we would be erased. The room went quiet again. Relo continued, I will speak to the ship, directly. Inside the human warship, the lights inside stayed dim, soft, and calm. Dane sat in the captain's chair, resting one hand on the edge of the console. The AI spoke. Incoming direct signal from the alien command ship, audio only. Play it, Dane said. A deep, steady voice came through the speakers. This is Commander Relo of the 7th Armada. We recognize your power. But we ask, why not speak? Why hide your strength behind silence and shadow? Dane looked at the stars outside the window. Then he stood. Send this, he said. His voice was clear. We speak now. A pause. We warned once. You ignored it. Another pause. We acted once. You doubted us. And then, this is the second and final warning. Leave Earth space or you will not leave at all. The message ended. The AI sent it. On the alien flagship. The voice echoed in the command room like thunder. No shouting, no anger. Just cold, strong words. The captains looked at each other. Relo turned to Kren. What else do we know about that ship? Only that it has no known fuel source, no crew movement, and its weapons, we can't understand them. Then maybe, Rilo said. This was never about war. Kren tilted his head. What do you mean? Relo pointed to the screen. Earth didn't build that to fight us. They built it so they wouldn't have to. On Earth's orbital station, the woman with sharp eyes smiled as the alien fleet fell silent again. They got the message, she said. The tall man leaned back in his chair. Think they'll test us again? She shook her head. No, not after that voice. That wasn't a threat. It was a fact, the man said. Yes, she replied. And facts don't change. Back in the Armada, Relo walked alone to his private chamber. The stars outside his window no longer looked friendly. They looked distant, full of things unknown. He sat down and opened a small logbook. This day we met something greater than our fleet, he wrote. Not in numbers, not in size, but in purpose. The humans did not wait for our respect. They built their own warning, and we heard it. He closed the log. Then he gave the order. All ships, Prepare for retreat. The one who didn't listen to my alien fleet began to move. Slowly, one by one, ships turned away from Earth. Lights dimmed, weapons powered down, engines lit up gently, pushing them back into deep space. The retreat had begun. Commander Relo stood on the bridge of his ship, watching, as his massive armada obeyed without question. He didn't feel defeated. He felt relieved. "They listened," said Kren quietly. Relo nodded. Good leaders know when not to fight. But not everyone agreed. Far behind the main fleet, near the edge of Earth's orbit, one ship did not turn. A destroyer-class cruiser, darker, in color, still held position. Its name was Vraxon, and its captain had no interest in retreat. Inside, the Vraxon captain Tel stood at the front, staring at Earth through the window. "So we just run?" He muttered. His second officer said, "The order is clear. All ships are pulling back." Tel narrowed his eyes. "We are warriors. What message do we send if we crawl away because of one ship?" "You saw what it did." "I saw fear control. Our leaders," Tel interrupted. "That ship is not a god. It can be destroyed." He raised his hand. "Charge the rail cannons. Aim for the warship." Inside, the human warship alarms chimed once. "New threat detected," the AI said calmly. "One alien vessel breaking formation, charging weapons." Dane didn't move. "Respond?" the AI asked. He shook his head. "Let's give them one last chance." The warship sent a silent pulse, a single warning light, bright and direct, just like the first time. But Vraxon didn't stop. Its cannons fired. 2 blasts raced through space, glowing hot, aimed straight at the Earth warship. Inside the Vraxon direct. "It?" Tel asked. Smoke filled the control room from the weapon recoil. An officer looked at the screen and went pale. "No damage." "What?" Tel barked. The officer shook his head. "The shots passed through it, like it wasn't even there." Inside the human warship, the AI spoke. "Their weapons failed to register impact. Shall we respond?" Dane closed his eyes for a moment, then opened them. Yes, the warship did not fire a beam. It did not launch a missile. Instead, something new happened. A soft hum spread through the surrounding space. Invisible waves moved out from the black hull. No light, no sound, and then the Vraxon went dark. Every screen, every weapon, every engine shut down. Inside the Vraxon, systems offline. Someone screamed, "No power, we're falling. Try emergency restart." Nothing worked. Lights blinked out. Gravity failed. The ship began to drift, powerless and broken, like a rock in space. Tel grabbed a rail to keep from floating. "What did they do?" he whispered. No one could answer. On the alien flagship, Rilo watched it happen in silence. One ship, gone without a shot, not destroyed, but turned off. Dead in space. His voice was quiet. "They have weapons that don't even need to destroy." Kren stared. "They can take away a ship's life without firing." Rilo nodded. The final message. Inside, the human warship Dane stood at the window. "Status of the disabled vessel?" he asked. "Drifting," the AI replied. "No threat. No life signs lost." "Good," he said. "Let them recover. Let them remember." The black ship turned slowly. Its cannons dimmed. It returned to stillness, its job done. No words were sent. The act was enough. On Earth's orbital station, the woman with sharp eyes leaned back. They pushed once more. The tall man chuckled, and Earth answered without hate. She nodded. That's what makes them afraid. Back in the Armada A, as the final ships left Earth's space, the alien fleet was quiet, humbled. Relo opened his log one last time. "This day," he wrote, "we saw not just a weapon, but a warning. Not of war, but of what waits behind Earth's silence. One ship stopped an empire." He closed the log and gave the final order. "Take us home." The silence that echoed weeks past. The alien fleet had returned to its home systems far from Earth. There were no celebrations, no speeches, only silence. News of what happened near Earth spread quickly. Some didn't believe it. They called it a lie, a trick. How could one ship stop thousands? Others believed too much. They called it a god ship, born from Earth's darkest minds. But one thing was clear across the stars. No one would look at Earth the same again. On a distant council, world leaders from many species sat in a wide hall, the floor glowing beneath them. The air was filled with quiet voices and nervous energy. A tall figure spoke. The humans broke no law. They gave a warning. They defended their world. Another replied, but they hid this weapon for years. What else are they hiding? An old counselor stood. Perhaps we should stop asking what Earth hides and ask why they waited. That question spread like wildfire. On Earth's orbital station, the woman with sharp eyes walked past a row of screens. Everyone showed alien news channels, reports, and debates. They're afraid, the tall man said beside her. They should be, she replied. Are we going to build more ships like that? She shook her head. No, one was enough. But what if they come back with more? She turned to him and said simply, they won't. Inside, the human warship Dane stood alone in the control room. The lights were soft. The ship was calm. The AI spoke. All alien fleets have retreated beyond the marked zone. No further activity detected. Good, he said. He placed a hand on the smooth black wall. This ship isn't just a weapon, he said. It's a reminder. The AI asked, shall we return to base? No, Dane replied. Not yet. Let them wonder where we are. He smiled slightly. Let them wonder how many more we built. In a small village on Earth, a group of children sat around an old man by the fire. One of them asked, is it true? Did our ship really scare them away? The old man smiled. It didn't scare them with fire or shouting. It scared them because it stood still, because it didn't blink, because it let them speak first, and then answered once. Another child whispered, what if they come back? The old man chuckled. Then they'll meet the silence again. Across the galaxy in hidden bases and research labs, other species began changing their plans. Some stopped building fleets, others started, but none forgot. They drew new borders around Earth's space. They marked it not with colors or flags, but with warnings. Do not enter. Earth watches. Final entry. Commander. Relo's log. I once believed power was in numbers, in fire, in loud commands. But I was wrong. The strongest power I saw came from stillness. A single ship. Silent, cold, unmoving. And yet every heart in our fleet trembled. The humans built a warship. But more than that, they built a message. Not just to us, but to the galaxy. We do not start wars, but we end them.